tell us what's happening today.
Okay, well, we're getting set up for our 5th night of the season. We've got a group of people getting into makeup. Some of these people are area high school students who volunteer, and the others are volunteers from the Legion of Terror. We have about 100 people in the club.
And what is the Legion of Terror?
Okay, the Legion of Terror is a non-profit club of actors, makeup artists, and theater set and design people who specialize specifically in haunted house acting. We meet year-round here at the house. We're constantly at work putting in new rooms. We have acting seminars through the course of the season. We also have a whole ranking system that's based on proven experience as judged by other members and training as judged by other members.
What are some of the reasons why you change rooms, just to keep it spontaneous, or?
To keep it spontaneous, and because nobody else does. We're the only haunted house that consistently changes their rooms year after year after year. We're a Legion of Terror. There's no other group like us, so we have to do everything different from everybody else. And we like to. It gets boring working in the same sets, year after year after year after year. You always have to have something new, new hook. So you customers that go to other haunted houses and they go through. They've been through them in the past years, and they're like, it's just the same thing it was last year. They come here, and every year they see something new.
And with the people that you have volunteer, let's say if someone wanted just to be a monster, could they just come in and just do it, or what?
Yes and no. I mean, we always look for volunteers. We always need good people, but we are real serious about rules for safety, for fun, for good quality work. So if you want to come out, we certainly will take you, and we'll work with you, and we'll all have a lot of fun. But we're gonna work with you and watch you pretty closely.
I did have fun this year. We went haunted house hopping, and I don't want to mention the name of the haunted house. 2 little kids walked out at me and said, "Boo," just like that. So 9 of us turned around on them and went, "Boo!"
What's the difference between Bloodview and other haunted houses? What do you see?
The biggest thing is how seriously our people take it. There is no other group that we've found anywhere, and certainly none in Northeast Ohio, that devotes itself 365 days a year to developing the art of haunted house acting, of horror acting. This is a very specific art form that we do. It's all improvisation. It's all reaction to crowd. You're acting without a dialogue. A lot of times you're acting without a set. If you're out in the parking lot, you've got whole run of the place. There is nobody else that does this, and we take our training real seriously, and the results show. I mean, you'll see these people do things that nobody else anywhere does.
You use masks?
No, not here at Bloodview. Not at all makeup work.
Now, how do you put on some makeup? How do you do makeup?
It depends on what you're doing. You could start with just grease paints, or you could go a little more complicated and use like latex, or you could cast appliances in foam and apply those. So it all depends on what the effect. The quickest thing to do is just grease paint work to get you in the house. If you want more complicated, more gore, go with latex, and you could do just about anything with latex. It's fun stuff.
Why don't you make me up?
Sure, have a seat.
Okay.
My pleasure. We're going to do a little bit of latex on you, and latex is pretty wide open as far as what you could do with it. You could put it straight on your face, like stretch out your face, let it dry, and it'll make wrinkles. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a base of latex going on your face to stick the breadcrumbs into. So this is just quick. This is something you could do quick that gives you a nice effect, and it doesn't take a long time to do. You could cover a whole face in relatively a quick time this way. You could just slop on the latex, slop in some breadcrumbs in it, and it'll give you a nice crusty skin effect. Gets kind of messy. The best way to get an idea for your makeup job is come in and get a room assignment, and what room you're working in gives you a good basis as to what your character is going to be, and while you're thinking about your character, you get a makeup that goes along with it.
Now, what do you do next? What's your next?
Right now I'm going to create kind of a scar here on you, or not a scar. We're gonna rip your flesh open. Just what you've always wanted. And that's just about it. Now, normally we'd go up and finish the rest of the face here and so forth if you were going in. I have a tendency to hollow out the eye sockets, go with a darker around your eye sockets, sink those in, and that's about all there is to it.
Okay. And you have anything to say to someone that's planning to come out here?
Yeah, don't look behind you. You don't know where we're going to be. You're in for a good time. This is the place to come. If you want to see what this is all about, this is where you want to be.